Welcome back. Before we continue with the main story, we've got a 4 SPG to do here on the bulletin board, so let's have a gander.
What have we got?
What have we got? A daughter in danger. Yeah, we suspected this, didn't we? Due to various reasons. I cannot reveal the details of this request here. Oh. Please forgive me. Danger is approaching, my lady, and I need your help to save her. I shall explain everything in person. I'll be waiting beneath the overpass in the Satan district. What I'm thinking there is like, wait, you have a U in various over there? It's just very odd. It's like pick and choose. Okay, that's all the boards checked. We have 3 jobs on today's docket. I mean, we've done some of them, so yeah, we've already hit our quota, but if you guys want to take care of this one too, then I'm game. And again, I appreciate Falcom here, where they're like, we've already done some of them, so we'll take that into account in the dialogue, like, thank you. Alright then. Wonder what it's like if you only meet the quota. I mean, I feel like you get a lesser experience, obviously. It's just... why would you? Yo, we got a request from Rumsfeld? You the guy? I'm the Spriggan from Arkwright Solutions. Ah, yes, thank you. It's good to put a face to the name. Your request entailed rescuing a young lady? Yes, let's get right to it. I haven't much time. The lady in question is Bazelia, daughter of the CEO of the Bank of Edith. My name is Rumsfeld, and I serve as the young Mrs. Butler and bodyguard. Oh wow, that's one of the biggest financial institutions in Calvert. They have a watertight reputation from what I hear. They do everything by the book. Maybe they should do everything in the book rather than, next to it. But okay. Oh wow, that's impressive. So she's really rich? Okay, so what's the situation? Right, it brings me shame to admit, but she's been kidnapped. We don't know who the perpetrator might be, it only just happened last night. As her caretaker, I'm just... Yeah, you're beside yourself, aren't you? Yeah, that's serious. Yeah. Why have you not gone to the police? Like, what's the situation? Like, there'll be a reason why he's not gone to the police. So it's like, it's me just saying that sort of like within the game there, just to make that clear. Like, why have you not gone to the police? Like, what's going on here? I was worried that's what it was. Sounds pretty dire. Did the kidnapper make any demands? Like, you could go to the Bracer Guild. Why come to a Spriggan? Like, what? There's got to be more going on, obviously. What other information do we have to go on? Well, the young miss is a semi-permanent resident here at the hotel penthouse, you see. Her father arranged it for her, hoping it would let her live more on her own terms than if she were at his home. But last night the young miss slipped away for a night to herself and she failed to return. What makes you think it's a kidnapping then? This morning we found a ransom note delivered to the hotel written for the president. There we go. We have your daughter, 10 million mirror in cash. Bring the money to the exchange point. Bring police or braces and we kill her. There we go. That's the details we needed. Indeed, some individual or group has captured her. The culprit also sent the mobile terminal Bazelia has been using. They're meticulous to a terrifying degree. That's why I turned to you. We need your help to investigate these villains. We'd also like you to accompany her father to the exchange point. Oh, I get you. They said no police or braces, but maybe they'll count a Spriggan as an exception. Yeah, you're sticking within the rules. Okay. We alright taking this on now? Of course. We're on the case. Thank you ever so much. I knew I could count on you. So first off, can we talk to the dad? Where is he? Well, the CEO, her father, rather, is often busy with his work. Yeah, but... He's currently overseeing a project to bring orbital network coverage to rural areas in Calvert. As this involves traveling to said areas, he has no network signal out there. We've been unable to contact him. Huh. So he doesn't know about the situation at all, then. Yeah, that's a problem. If he doesn't have any signal, we straight up can't call him, right? Yeesh, talk about bad timing. So that pretty much puts him out of the question. We gotta do this on our own, sounds like. I did observe some strange behavior that might be relevant to the case. Lately, Bazelia has been refusing her bodyguard's company when she goes out. She frequents the Tyrell district on those days. Oh, it could be up that, like, that, you know, where I was like, I'm sure we'll go there later. I mentioned that when we were in the Tyrell district. It might be up there. Like, there is like a yellow border thing. Like, that denotes we can go to another map. It's like, oh, maybe that's it. I see. We would keep a watch on her from a distance when she would go there. And we found that she had befriended this young man who, pardon my judgment, but he has the air of a ruffian about him. Huh? Could he have roped Bazelia into something shady? Well, in spite of it, their intentions were surprisingly cordial. The young man would buy her ice cream, take her to the movies. By all accounts, they were simple friends. We had thought she was in good hands and that we could give her space, but evidently not. I see, that makes me curious about the young man's background. Same. Let's get to work. First up, Tyrell. Oh, do we have some time before they want the ransom money? We do have time. By all means, take whatever time you need to investigate. The criminals specified Dirk Memorial Park as the exchange point. I will await you at the park's entrance. Oh, so now we can go to the entrance. Maybe that's what was blocking us. Yeah. Once you've completed your investigation, please rendezvous with me. Sounds like a plan. Nond. Do. Interesting. Alright, gang. Let's get out there and start digging for clues. Let's hit up that ice cream vendor first. See what they have to say. Maybe the popcorn vendor as well. Because he keeps watching her and like seeing what's going on. Maybe he saw something? Understood. I'll keep tabs on the time we have left until the handover.
Time to start working.
A daughter in danger. Let's go see if we can speak to him. It doesn't look like he's actually appeared in the hotel, does it? I didn't even know this bit was here. It's like, hold on. Like there's a parking area under here. I didn't even know. Can I go up in the elevator? No. Sorry, the lift. I'm British, aren't I? I don't know why. That's one of the things. Why do I say elevator? I think it's like this part of me that's like, it feels more British. It's like, no, we say lift. Like, why? But why do I say elevator? I don't know. No, he's not like randomly appeared over here or anything, has he? Very well, let's go to Tyrell.
Go, go, go!
Team fall back. Enemy spotted. That's not what I want. I thought maybe up the waterway or something like that. No. But we're heading to the ice cream vendor. What am I thinking? Maybe we'll go up there.
How about some nice cold ice cream?
How about it? Hi there. I'm a private investigator working on a case with my assistants here. We're looking into a couple of people for one of our clients at the moment. Have you had a rich-looking girl stop by your stall by any chance? She would have had a young guy with her, something of a delinquent. A ruffian, you might say. Oh, yes, I know exactly who you must be talking about. You do? They look like the oddest pair together, so they stuck out like it's all fun. That's great. Could you tell us more about them? Do you remember what they were talking about? What was your impression of them? Let me think. For two people who seemed about as different as you could get, they were getting along unusually well. Like they were pretty good friends. Guy looked like a bit of a rough character, but he was telling her all kinds of things about the Tyrell district. As for the girl, she seemed pretty worried about her relationship with her dad. He was being pretty sweet and tried to give her advice from what I could hear. Maybe they've both been kidnapped. That's interesting. So she was talking about her family. Judging by what Rumsfeld told us, it's definitely sounding like she and her father weren't all that close. Maybe that's been bothering her. Could you tell us a bit more about the guy? Anything that stuck out about him? Every little detail helps. He didn't seem all that remarkable to me, so it's hard to know what to say. But he did seem surprisingly naive for a guy who otherwise looked like a troublemaker. I can tell you that much. I think I also heard him mention that his mum runs a general store over in Old Town. Uh-oh. Did you say general store? Of all the people it could have been, it had to be him, huh? Wild. Yeah, it's like, hold on. What do you mean, Mr. Arkwright? Is that to say you might know the identity of the young man in question? Oh, yes. Yeah, you could say that. Think about it, Old Town, general store, deadbeat son. There's only one guy I can think of who ticks all the boxes. I'm talking about Eddie, the son of the lady who runs Newbury General Store. Oh, now I get it. You must be right. I've heard rumors before that he likes to go out partying at night. Still don't know how the hell a guy like him wound up meeting such a rich girl, though. There's gotta be more to this story still. We need to find more info. If you're looking for someone else to talk to, why don't you try Macmillan Cafe? I've seen the two of them talking out on the terrace before a handful of times. Someone there might know something. I see. Thank you for the information. Be sure to look into it. Well, that changes things if it's Eddie. It's like, okay, where's that going?
Did you know?
Because we know Eddie's actually okay, based on what we've experienced so far. So it's like, what's going on there? Hi there, I'm a private investigator working on a case with my assistants here. We're looking into a couple of people for one of our clients at the moment. You see any young, rich girls hanging out with a rough around the edges guy around here recently? Doesn't have to be a big lead or nothing. Whatever you know, we'd appreciate if you shared it with us. Oh, a private investigator, huh? That's a neat job you have. You wouldn't happen to be that famous Spriggan everyone likes to talk about in these parts, would you? Us? Yes. Spriggan, sorry, I've got no idea what you're talking about. Not to be rude, but we're pressed for time. We know those two have been to the cafe, and we're looking to find someone who can tell us more. Sorry if I offended you. Just not every day I get to talk to people like you. Anyway, I definitely know who you're talking about. I've seen those two people sitting at a table over there a lot lately. They get up to some pretty interesting conversations. I know it's rude, but I can't help but listen in on them, you know? May we ask what they discussed in these conversations? Well, earlier the girl was asking him all sorts of things about kidnapping. Yeah, that sort of confirms where my suspicions were going. It's like I'm starting to think like this is a plan the two of them came up with. She's not actually been kidnapped. Like once it was Eddie, it's like Eddie's probably like, this could be a way you could try and do it. And then she's like, what about kidnapping? It's like they're just trying to sort of, I don't want to say get back at her dad, like make her dad appreciate her more or something like that. It's some weird plan they've concocted. That's the feeling I'm getting. Like what sort of cases have there been before? What goes into kidnapping someone, stuff like that? He had this serious expression on his face, but she looked happy and excited for some reason. If only she'd thought to ask me. I'm an expert in that sort of thing. I could have told her everything she wanted to know and then some. All right. You're reading too many books. This woman appears to have some very peculiar interests. That's so weird. Why would she want to talk about kidnapping? She must have had some sort of reason. It's about the relationship with her dad. It's gotta be. Wait, can it have something to do with the case? Yeah, although we still don't have enough proof yet to be sure. Oh no, we don't have enough proof to be sure. We can't just proceed based on that judgment. No. But we can have that in our minds as an idea. I don't know what you guys are going on about, but it sounds like you were able to figure something out. Glad I was able to help? Question mark? Oh, one more thing. The guy seems to run with a pretty tough crowd. You better be careful if you're gonna keep investigating him. Huh? What sort of people are you talking about? From what I overheard, he belongs to Desire. They're a nasty gang, fighting, stealing, blackmailing, you name it, they've done it and more. Those people aren't above doing anything. Whatever it takes to get what they want, they'll do it without blinking an eye. I don't think that guy understands what he's gotten himself into. He seems to believe they have more honors and morals than they really do. The girl didn't seem to know any better either and just went along with what he had to say. I've talked to him before in the past. His name's Eddie. And that was more or less the impression he gave me, yeah. That makes me think they might just be using him for all he's worth if his outlook toward them isn't that rosy. That's what I wanted to warn you about. It's not him you need to be concerned about, it's the people he works with that could be a problem. Right, it's entirely possible Eddie's being put up to something without realizing it. Thanks for the tip. You've given us a lot to work with. Now that we know all of that, where should we go next? I think we've got a good handle of what's probably going on here. Now we just need to confirm our findings and go from there. For now, we should figure out what's been going on with Eddie. Time to take a trip to Newbury in Old Town. To Newbury! Ooh, gotta be careful. Yeah, let's call it a day. Wasn't it? Yeah, we don't want that. General store!
Off we go!
Off we go!
Oh, why hello.
I wonder if Jin's actually around. Wait, did I not go in that shop? Just realized it, did I? I missed it.
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
It's because it had the shop on it. It's like, yeah. Oh, Van, Rosette, thanks for the other day. I'm not too familiar with zippers and those kinds of machines, so thanks a bunch for tuning it for me. My pleasure. I do appreciate opportunities to discuss these devices in depth. Shard engineering especially is very esoteric in nature, so it can be difficult to digest. I'd be happy to help you should you find things unclear. And whatever I can't answer is a main office call away. Thanks. Man, I knew Marduk was high-tech, but that's just something else. Guess you can't judge a book by its cover, huh? Can't wait to learn more, and I appreciate you getting along with my sister. Stop by every now and then, yeah? Of course. It would be my pleasure. Oh, Rosette gets along with her? Oh, that's cool. Man, Marduk is just something else. They're way ahead of the curve with their new shard tech. Now that I think about it, your primary core is a Marduk make, isn't it? I probably don't have access to the documentation for that, but I could take a look at it and see what I can do. By all means, swing by if you get the chance. Yeah, I imagine they get along because of the sort of like technological level, like they both have an expertise and they can share that interest, and it's like, yeah, that'd be cool. Man, Marduk is just something. No, I didn't want that. I wanted the shop. Because we didn't check the shop as a result.
Do you know what you want?
A tin coin? Why would I want a tin coin?
Do you know what you want?
We want that, don't we? We definitely want that. Right. Whoa, Rosette! Wow, she really stuttered there. Is she alright? I much enjoyed our dialogue on applied shard theory. Thank you very much. Not at all. I should be thanking you for putting up with all my questions. She probably enjoyed it. Could I ask you about it some more sometime? Still some stuff I can't wrap my head around. It would be my pleasure. I'll answer whatever questions I can. No freaking way. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. Ain't that nice? It's okay to actually voice your excitement though. Don't have to bottle it up like that. We do have a Ziffer tuning device here, but I don't really know much about applied shard theory. I want to try and make a shard device all on my own. I'm gonna give myself until next week. Goodness, that's quick. My, if you can deliver a proof of concept that quickly, Marduk might have an engineering position in your future. Oh, that's cool.
Need something fixed?
Again, we've still got that same issue really, haven't we? With me shards.
Come again.
Oh yeah,
if you want.
I will. Like, I like that aspect. It's like, yeah, because like she absolutely loves the shard tech aspect of orbital engineering. It's like, yeah, she's got someone to
Kids are always
talk to about it who has experience and knowledge. It's like, yeah, and that's cool and exciting. I get it. I'd be the same, basically. Right, anyway. Like, for me, it's like, if someone likes trails. So I'm thinking recently, it's like, I was talking to, Hey Mr. Rabbit, if you know who that is. From Scree Squad. If you know what that is. He streams on Twitch. But anyway, so, Hey Mr. Rabbit, was like, I was just talking to him for about, what, half an hour, just about Star Trek. Because he likes Star Trek as well. It's like, we were just talking about that. But also trails as well. Yeah. Sarah was there, but she was just quiet because she was quiet. Me and Rabbit were just venting information because it was fun. So it's that sort of thing, like, yeah, I get it. Hey, Brenda, I'm dropping by because of a job. I wanted to ask you about your son. Mind telling us what your kid's been up to lately? Oh, adios. Should I be worried? Did that boy of mine do something? No, nothing to be alarmed about. We're looking into something and we thought to ask him a few questions. How has he been doing lately? Feel free to go into as much detail as you can, please. That's a relief, or as much as can be, really. I get no end of stress when it comes to that boy. As for how he's been lately, something does come to mind. Usually doesn't have a single mirror to his name and will constantly demand I lend him some, but it looks like he's doing well lately. Oh. Actually, he even said he finally paid me back all he owed. I wonder if that's what the kidnapping thing's about, like... It could be a case of it's a way to make her father pay attention to her, but on this side of things, he can use that situation to pay back his mum, and that's something he actually wants to do. That could be an aspect. That's good news, isn't it? You don't sound excited. I know for a fact that boy doesn't have a job, not even a part-time one. The money he's been getting is coming from that gang he's a part of. And if that's not enough, they said they might promote him if he did good with his current job, if you can believe it. Ooh, maybe it's that aspect. I think he mentioned it having to do with helping this girl he'd met, but I didn't really get it. The plot thickens. Must be some big shit he's up to if they're offering him authority. There's also the matter of the girl in question. At this point, I believe we can more or less piece together what his task entails. Sweaty's really up to something dangerous, isn't he? That stupid son of mine. Could you please lend him a hand? Despite everything, I'm still his mother and would hate to see him hurt. Don't even need to ask. Neighbors gotta look out for each other. I'm glad we've finally done talking to Brenda. That was a lot. We have everything we need to report back to Mr. Rumsfeld now, don't we? Correct, considering when the two sides are supposed to meet, the timing couldn't be better. Which means we're heading over to Dirk Memorial Park next. I'll take the time to go through all the info we gathered and come up with an action plan. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I think we got sort of like, maybe like 90% of what's going on there, I feel. Yeah, right. So, Dirk Memorial Park, there we go, entrance.
Let's be on our way.
Let's. Right, now I can speak to, this guy here. That's basically all I wanted to do, was speak to this park ranger dude. Oh, I remember you, in the mountains. You helped us out with the monster problem earlier. Thanks again for all that. As you can see, we're back in business, thanks to you. A few areas still need work, but they'll reopen when they're ready. Hopefully we'll see a good uptick in visitors when all's said and done. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I want to look down here, though. Oh, it's good to see people around enjoying the park now. But yeah, again, a bronze statue of Sheena Dirk gallantly stands tall. Like, she reminded them of someone, but who? That's my question. Problem is, it's like, we can't get a good look at the face or the hairstyle or anything. Like, the only one I can think of so far is Nina. But that's because, like, she plays her in a movie, it's like... Yeah, maybe that's what's going on there. Wait, why did we appear over here? But the car's here. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, it's so good to see you all. I gather your investigation into the culprit is finished, yes? Would you please inform me of what you found? Sure, we've more or less figured out what led to all of this. It's gonna take some explaining, so we'll go one step at a time. First thing you should know is your girl's been hanging out with a local punk named Eddie. He's part of a gang known as Desire, though he hasn't really fit in with them much until now. Desire? I've heard of that group. People say they're so ruthless and cunning, even the police closely monitor their movements. It's true. Yet despite all that, it seems that Eddie's been making a fair bit of money lately. In fact, it started happening right when he and Bazelia first met. We have reason to believe these two facts are connected to each other. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Essentially, you believe that this Eddie fellow is receiving payments in exchange for befriending my lady. Yeah, something like that. Considering who he hangs with, it makes sense that the Desire would put him up to this. Although it's possible that the money might actually come directly from Bazelia herself. Yeah, that's the bit where it's like, when I said like there's 90%, it's like, that could swing both ways. She could be giving him money, or it could be the group. Don't know. I see. To that end, we've uncovered evidence that appears to tie all of this together. According to his mother, Eddie said something rather peculiar to her. Namely, that his so-called current assignment went well, could be promoted to the gang's upper leadership. Considering the timing of this statement, it feels all but certain that this assignment in question must refer to the kidnapping and ransom. I see. I believe I understand the situation now. Basically, it was Eddie who committed the kidnapping, while Desire was the organization that masterminded it, correct? Yeah, but that's not all. This is where things get crazy. It looks like Bazelia herself was in on the plan too. She was? It checks out the more you think about it. Long story short, the whole thing is... Both. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's like... Yeah, like the group wants this to happen, but so does she, for her own benefit, her own reasons. The truth of the matter is, the kidnapping is both real and staged at the same time. I will admit I had the faintest suspicion deep down that may indeed be the case. Then let me rephrase my earlier assignment. In essence, my lady initially devised the kidnapping to be staged. However, now that Desire is involved, they're now attempting to turn it into an actual one with genuine stakes, yes? Bingo. Just this episode of Bingo is called Bingo? What? They're only pretending to help with her plan. But in reality, they're after a much bigger payday. Knowing how evil these guys are, I definitely wouldn't put it past them to try something like this. Oh, if only I paid greater heed to Valema, my lady's loneliness. Perhaps she wouldn't have felt the need to go on such extreme lengths. I'm so sorry. I could only imagine how you must feel right now. It is what it is. We can't take back what's already happened. Unless you can. Again, there could be time travel in this. I think more than anything, she's trying to test her old man to see if he'll choose her over his work. Moving along, I believe the main question now is how to go about addressing the ransom itself. We do not have to respond to their demands. We can attempt to ambush them instead if you prefer. No, that's quite alright. My lady's safety is absolutely paramount. As much as I would prefer to avoid doing so, I am fully willing to offer the money, if that's what it takes. Are you sure? 10 million miri is a massive amount, even for the president of a bank. Indeed it is. Nevertheless, I am prepared to take full responsibility for such a loss. I am certain that if my master were here, he would come to the same decision, without a doubt. As you wish. Alright then, we'll pay things straight with them. But keep in mind, we're talking about a gang that had the guts to pull something like this in the first place. I don't think it's realistic to expect these goons to be on the up and up when it comes time to make the exchange. Best we stay flexible. Let's see how they act. Depending on how it all goes down, we may need to shift gears. If we do, we still might be able to get the girl back without you having to fork over any mirror. No promises, but we'll see. Yes, Reen. I appreciate the consideration. It's clear how professional and thorough you all are. Regardless, we still have some time remaining before our meeting with my lady's captors is set to commence. Shall we wait here until the time to depart for the rendezvous point? Let me give it some thought. But stay and wait. Might as well. We're all set on our end. Actually, before we go, I doubt those goons would take too kindly to all of us rolling up at once. We should keep the number of people who meet with them to a minimum. You care if it's only me who tags along? Certainly. That sounds like a wise suggestion. If I may make a suggestion, Mr. Arkwright, why don't you pretend to be my subordinate? Never thought I'd be an under-butler. It works for me. In that case, the rest of us will remain close by so that we can quickly move in, should you require our assistance. That sounds like a plan. Be careful, you two. Good luck, guys. You've got this. Thanks, guys. Stay sharp in case things go south. What if they go north? Oh, no. There's nobody watching north. Several minutes later, Van and Rumsfeld arrived at the location designated for the ransom delivery. With only moments to spare, the two came prepared, hauling in a attaché case filled with mirror. There you are. Rumsfeld, you came. Oh, my lady, I'm so relieved you're all right. Oh, now, let's not count our chickens before they've hatched. We specifically asked for the girl's pops to come do the trade-off, but I sure don't see him anywhere. What's the deal? Don't tell me he's the guy next to you. I find that a little hard to swallow. No, the master is currently away on business in a remote region. We, as her bodyguards, have been dispatched in his stead. Sorry, I'm not the guy you're looking for. But don't worry, we still made sure to bring what you're really after. We got 10 million mirror right here. Should be enough to satisfy you. Yeah, it's good enough. You did the bare minimum you were expected to, at least. Sucks to be you, though, eh, girlie? His own daughter gets nabbed and your old man just throws some cash at the problem. Can't even be bothered to show his face. Don't you think it's a little suspicious he's at work? Maybe decided to ditch you and hang out with his girl toy instead. My father would never do such a thing. But I suppose perhaps that he doesn't love me after all. If he even this failed to sway him. Like it's like no, this didn't fail to sway him. We just couldn't get in contact with him. Mazelia, see, Eddie cares. My lady, you have nothing to fear. It's true that Master is ill-mannered at times, but there's nobody in all of Zemuria who loves you more than he. If you don't mind, I have a message I'd like for you to hear. Perhaps it will demonstrate how he truly feels. Is that my mobile terminal? What's it doing here? The Master sent a recording to this device yesterday. Please have a listen. Bzzzt. Is this thing on? Am I being recorded? First, I should explain that I have to take off this morning on the first train out. Since we cannot speak in person, I wanted to leave a message for you, at the very least. That's my father's voice. It's really him. I am so sorry, Bazelia. I am always so distracted with my work. I can only imagine how lonely you must feel. Your birthday is coming up soon, isn't it? I know I was away on other business trips for the past 2 birthdays and wasn't able to celebrate as I should have. But I promise you, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I am home in time for your birthday this year. And when I do return, I'm going to give you your present myself. Until then, it pains me that I have to leave you alone yet again. Please try to keep your spirits up. Know that I really, truly do love you, Bazelia. My darling daughter. Father, I didn't realize you cared so much. Glad he decided to step up and show he knows how to be a dad for once. How'd you manage to come across this voicemail? I'm genuinely impressed. Oh, I faked it. I mean, well, I remembered that the master asked me several days ago how to send such a message to someone. It made me wonder if perhaps it was the young lady to whom he sent it. Then when I went searching, sure enough, there it was. How could I have been such a fool? I shouldn't have doubted father and tested him like this. I'm sorry, Rumsfeld, I must confess this whole kidnapping was planned by me. I was scared father didn't truly love me, so I... Think nothing of it, my lady. You felt the need to act. I completely understand how you must feel. Ah, Rumsfeld, you're a cool guy. Thanks, Rumsfeld. I'm okay, Eddie. You can let go of my hand now. Oh, here we go. I might not have achieved what I set out to do, but I still want to pay everyone what I can in exchange for their time. Zelia, you don't have to do that. But if you're comfortable with it, I won't stop you. Not so quickly, Eddie. This dumbass sub story's over. Now the fun begins. What is the meaning of this? We had a deal. Are you breaking it? You bet your fine rich ass we are. Why take your pitiful paycheck when we could make off with that hefty ransom? And it's all thanks to our wonderful pal Eddie. We couldn't have done it without him. It's not every day you meet a gullible mock who's just begging to be held hostage and robbed of her own money. You can't be serious. You tricked me, Eddie? I trusted you. It's not Eddie. It's not Eddie. Eddie's actually a good guy. He's just going through a phase, yeah. No, that's not true. I only agreed to help out with your fake kidnapping, I swear. This is news to me, too. And as you two gents, don't even think about trying anything funny. Well, I'm not going to start doing my comedy routine, mate. Hand over the case nice and quiet-like. And make it quick, or else I can't guarantee Daddy's little girl will celebrate her birthday in one piece. Phew. If you put even a single scratch on Miss Bezelia, you will pay for it. Man, I hate being right. I had a feeling it'd go down like this. Yeah. I didn't ask you to introduce yourself, but I know you're that famous Spriggan everyone always talks about. You knew? I was on the lookout for cops or braces, but I sure didn't count on meeting someone like you. That geezer there's one conniving old fart. So you knew about Mr. Arkwright as well, did you? I figured you to be some mere hoodlum. But it appears you're smarter than you look. Shame you wasted on such nonsense. Damn, that's a put down. Well, if you know who I am, then we can cut right to the chase. I took on a job and I fully intend to complete it. Giving that girl back one way or another. If you want to make a deal, we can talk, but not until you hand over her first. Otherwise, I've got permission from my butler friend to send you all straight to Adios. Don't think I won't do it. Hey, hold on a minute, Jeffrey. The Desire I know would never stoop to something this low. I think you misjudged them, mate. Put the gun down before you do anything we'll all regret, please. We'd never do something like this? Don't make me laugh. You don't know the first thing about us. Listen, I got you in the gang for one reason and one reason only. Because you made for a handy, expendable pawn. But you know what? You did good, putting this rich brat up to all of this. Better than I ever expected, really. I owe you one. So I'll tell you what. You can leave our gang, right now. If you're so queasy about getting your hands dirty. How about it? You can't be serious. Jeffrey, tell me you're lying. I looked up to you. I thought you were badass. Quit your sniveling already. Oh, and such. Eddie. Anyway, getting back to business. Where were we? Oh, right. Letting the girl go free. I wouldn't push my luck if I were you. Last time I checked, you weren't in a position to be making demands of us. As far as we're concerned, this chick's just a pile of used bait now. You sure you want to push your luck? Hey. Very well, we shall go ahead and hand over the briefcase. All we ask is that you return the young lady to us unharmed. Yeah, you got my word. Now step forward nice and slowly. Any sudden movements and I blow her brains out. I feel like there was going to be a choice then, but okay. Stop right there. Leave the case on the ground and go straight back. I'll only let her go if you do. I mean... the case itself could be a trap, though. Got it. I hear you. Now comes the tricky part. There's no way he hands her over quietly. He's the only one with the gun and you're right near him. We already agreed that Rumsfeld would go in and rescue her while I held these idiots back. Question is what to do about that money. The safest thing would be to prioritize her safety and let the cash go. That'd be 10 million mirror down the drain. Hardly chump change. On the flip side, Rumsfeld and I could trust Eddie with the case and focus on rescuing the girl. What to do? Give Eddie the chance. Give Eddie the chance. He's been betrayed and he can redeem himself. I'm gonna trust in Eddie. Give him that chance. It's settled. I'm gonna trust Eddie to keep the money safe. I like that. I like that, because if he fails to be on our side, it's like, right, you've squandered your chance, mate, but we're giving you the chance. That just seems like a good idea to me, yeah. You're damn right I did. Now it's your turn. Hand her over now. Yes. You think after netting this much cash doing nothing, I'm just gonna let her go? Yeah, I was suspecting that as well. I'd have to be stupider than you. Amazing. A few measly little threats were enough to convince you to part ways with 10 million mirror? You're one of a damn kind. We'll be holding on to her for the time being. Better start scrounging up some more mirror for the next ransom. No. Too damn predictable. Hey buddy, wanna clear your name and do something good for once? Think fast. Van flung the attaché case at Eddie, who caught it. Huh? Howdy, this thing's heavy. Think you can scam us out of our dough, do you? Give it here, Eddie. No, I'm not letting Desire get a single coin. Wrong choice, buddy. I gave you a chance. Now go say hi to Adios, dipshit. Yeah, but you're facing away from Van right now. Eddie! Second form, get... oh no. Where? My lady, over here. Okay. What the hell are you idiots doing? Don't blame me, boss. The old dick's stronger than he looks. Sam never thought they'd put up this much of a fight. But the numbers are on our side. It's 5 on 2. Or should I say 1? Famous or not, you're still just a single spriggan flying solo. I'd love to see you take us all on. You think I still work solo, huh? Well, I got bad news for you, pal. Arkwright Solutions is expanding these days. It just appeared from nowhere. Everyone, are you okay? Your fun's over now that we're here. Now it's 5 on 4, though I do believe it's fair to say that the balance of power is tipped in the other direction. Damn, Rumsfeld. He's just rubbing salt in the wound. All of which is to say, thank you all for coming to our aid. Some reinforcements. You got chicks with you. Yeah, we've still got the edge. Come on, Jeffrey. Let's get him. Triple dot. Damn it. No, we're pulling out. What? You heard me. I said we're pulling out. Hey. You heard it, boys. Time to scram. Don't think you've won, jackass. I'll make you regret crossing us. Well done, Eddie. Redeemed yourself there, mate. Well, that was a surprising turn of events. I half expected them to press their luck and come in swinging. I mean, yeah, I expected that as well. Guess Desire's got some brains after all, especially in that fearless leader of theirs. But that's not the important thing right now. Shit, I can't believe I actually got shot back there. Wait, did you? Eddie, Rumsfeld, he needs first aid right away. Can you help him? Certainly, my lady. Let me help too. I love that we gave Eddie the chance and he took it. It's like, yes, mate. Yes. Phew, good work, everyone. We got a lot done today, between rescuing Bazelia and patching up Eddie. He's not completely out of the woods. I've got a hunch those goons are going to have it out for him after what he pulled. So I took the liberty of tipping the cops off about this whole mess so they can keep on their radar. But at least you'll live to see another day thanks to our little hostage's quick thinking, kid. Eddie did nothing wrong. He was tricked by all the rest of them. How could I not help? He even managed to save the money. Thank you so much for everything, Eddie. I'm so sorry I ever doubted you. What I said was terrible. No, even Eddie would be like, no, that's understandable. Considering the scenario, yeah, it would be that case of like, no, I could see how you thought that. Again, Eddie's actually a good kid, based on what we've seen previous. No, it's okay, I totally understand. I'm the one who ought to be apologizing here. I'm so sorry I put you through that nightmare. I can't tell you how glad I am that you're okay. It's nice to see the two of you make amends. We'll cover the cost of his care. It's the least we can do to repay him for what he's done. Looks like you can handle things from here then. Unless you need anything else, I think we're gonna bounce. Mr. Arkwright, everyone, thank you again for your assistance. I cannot begin to tell you just how grateful I am to have you on our side.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
I like that quest.
Love to see
As a
it.
nice little bit of investigation, we got to see more about these little characters and what's going on with them. Got to see Eddie redeem himself. Like, yeah, it's just... I like the result there. What happens if you choose the other option? But one additional point of free time was added because of that. Yeah, I just wonder, like, what else could potentially happen there if you choose the other option? Does Eddie redeem himself? Does he not? Don't know. Assuming we can still go back here now. Yes, it's opened up. Wait, can we go to the forest bit? That implies there's going to be more. It's got a name. Interesting. Right, so let's see here. I kind of want to go back to the hotel to see if they've
Heading to the
reappeared and see if they say anything. They have. Ah, Eddie's here. Cool. Where's Rumsfeld, though? Ah, he's back over there. We'll start with Rumsfeld. That stage kidnapping, Desire's betrayal. These few days have been a whirlwind. But at the end of it all, I was able to see the young Miss smile in earnest. Wait, you went to Ernest? How long have you been gone? I could ask for nothing more than that. But this is no time to rest on my laurels. Yeah, I mean, you should get off your laurels. That's the name of the shoes he's got, right? The laurels? I need to reevaluate our security detail and report my findings to the president.
Do you need something?
No, we'll get
Please
there.
come again.
Oh, we will, yes. Right, you two, what's going on over here? I mean, am I really alright being here? I stick out like a sore thumb. Oh, don't worry about those prying eyes. You're welcome here as my friend, so relax. So you're planning your exit from Desire, I heard. Yeah, I can't believe Jeffrey was... Well, all of them, really. I can't believe they're all like that. Looks like they're willing to let me off easy, so I'm getting out and I ain't looking back. But I don't want to be some punk living on the edge for the rest of my life. Oh, don't judge yourself so harshly, Eddie. You're no punk. Well, that's how I came across. I mean, ain't that me? No, mate. So I was gonna say that is actually just the same dialogue. Okay. It's just like, he's got blue. So it's like, huh. I mean, am I really alright being here? I stick out like a sore thumb. Isn't this the same dialogue? He was blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Huh. Let's go check in with his mum. I feel I'm pressing square to get to the map, and it's like, that's not right. Old Town. Let's have a gander at Newbury.
Off we go.
Newbury.
Oh, why hello.
Ah, where did I go wrong? Oh, sorry, it's nothing. Just think about the child of mine. That's the same as we had before. Like, yeah, that's the same as we had before, but everything's sorted out there now. Right, so let's actually to-do.
Banner launch.
Now we've got a choice, Judith or Ashen, and I'm thinking Judith. Between the two, ever since the Tharbad Film Festival, the film industry has really been chugging along. Apparently, there are even film review books sitting the shelves. Maybe I'll go scope a store out and see if I can nab one. Van decided to pay a visit to the bookstore in Tyrell District and browse through their section of films. Damn, this publisher works fast. Already got something out about the Tharbad Film Festival. Let's see what they say about it. Yep, they were definitely there and watching the entrance. Checking. Check it out, another special on Nina Fenley. That chick's on a roll lately. I mean, why wouldn't she be? She stole Judith Lanster's crown as Best Actress at the festival. She's got to be the hottest actress in Zemuria right now. Guess it's now Nina's time to be in the spotlight. Not that I'll stop liking Judith or anything, of course, but you know what I mean. Hell yeah, man. No one keeps the action sexy like her. Hey, is that who I think it is? Yep. Is she wearing like a mask? Oh, glasses. Okay, no time to waste. Time to watch another. You're watching the same movie again. That's got to be the third time now. Huh? What the heck? What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? Coming to this theater and watching your own movie over and over again. Don't you think that's kinda... Shush! Don't you say another word. This isn't a good place to talk. Follow me. Yeah, alright, the coast is clear. Oh my god, it was Judith! Are you out of your mind? Do you know what would have happened if people in the theater knew I was there? It'd be chaos. Hey, you're the one who blared your horn. I was trying to keep my voice down so only you could hear me. People were gonna notice you. It wouldn't have been because of me. Well, you still... Anyway, you didn't answer my question. Why all the repeat viewings of your own movies? You that much of a narcissist? Who said I was a narcissist? It's nothing like that. Look, I get it. We all go through that phase at some point in our lives. It's perfectly normal for you to get a kick out of how hot you look in the mirror when you're going through puberty. Thought you were a little old for that, though. I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. And what do you mean old? I'm younger than you. I'll take your word for it then. So was it you're doing some kind of weird hobby? It's not a hobby. I didn't come here to watch the movie. I came here to watch the audience. The audience? Oh, that kind of makes sense. Like, what, to bask in their adoration as they watch you strut your stuff? Well, damn girl, you're an even bigger narcissist than I thought. I don't think that's what she's doing, but I hope that's not what she's doing. Gotta hand it to you, it takes a special kind of person to go to that much trouble to have their ego massage. Props. Look at his face. Now you're just trying to piss me off, aren't you? Yeah, he is. You figured it out already. And here I was hoping I'd get a couple more Selge out of that. You could at least pretend to be a little sorry. I swear, talking to you is bad for my mental health. Okay, real talk. I'm guessing you're here to gauge the audience's reaction to your work. Yeah, more or less. Although I'm mostly looking for some specific things. When I come on the screen, I pay attention to how the people around me are reacting. Where they laugh, where they cry, where they're let down, stuff like that. Yeah, so she can improve. Makes sense to me. It gives me a good barometer of how well my acting is landing with people. So I can see where I maybe need to improve going forward. You don't say. Didn't realize you did so much homework between shoots. I don't do it just to study their reactions either. Also do it to put things into perspective for myself, I guess you'd put it. Not sure I follow. When I'm filming something, obviously I like to think that the final product's going to come out just like the director and I intended. But audiences don't always see what we see in the same way. They might hate something you felt confident about, or they'll love something you didn't even put all that much work into. Some people might chalk it up to just differences in tastes or perspective, but that feels like such a waste when there's so much you can learn. Unlike what you might think, we don't make movies just to satisfy ourselves. We want audiences to be moved, maybe even inspired by them. I like this side of you, Judith. You can't improve your craft as an actor unless you take the time to sit down and figure out where you and your audience don't see eye to eye. At least, that's what I sincerely feel. You put more thought into your work than I expected. I just figured you were just riding the wave of your success all the way to the bank. Adios, you sound just like my mum and Grammy. What's Maria makes you think I'm anything like that? I was trying to give you a compliment, I swear. Interesting to know your family gives you that same sort of grief, though. I pretend you didn't hear that. Also, I'm impressed you can discern people's faces so much inside a dark movie theater. Is that one of the perks from your side hustle? Gives you cat vision at night? No, it's not because of I have no idea what you're talking about. Who does this woman think she's fooling? Yeah, it's that strange thing of like she's an actor, but she can't hide that for some reason. She can't just be like, no. Is this sort of field research something you've always done since becoming an actress? I used to do it a lot back in the day, but the last 2 or 3 years, not so much. These days, as soon as I wrap up one film, it's immediately on to the next shoot. Yeah, just a massive lack of time, really, isn't it? Between that and my other occupation, I hardly have time for it now. But you had some free time for once and decided to do it for old time's sake? Had it, more like I had to make it for myself. Oh, it's that important to you, okay. I had to turn down every offer for shooting and interviews in order to make this happen. No kidding. That determined, huh? I like this. I really like Judith is going up in my book. Just like, yeah, I like her attitude, like just how she wants to improve as a result of all this. Like, I really like this. It's not just that I missed it and wanted to do it. The festival made me realize I need to start stepping up my game. Because you had the award for Best Actress taken from under your nose. Pretty much. Nina has such incredible talent for an actress her age. I knew she might catch up to me sooner or later, but didn't remotely expect it to happen this soon. I get how that might be a shock to you, but it's just one film festival. Do you really need to be so hung up on the results? It's her career, and I imagine it's her passion as well. It's like she wants to be the best she can be, and now she feels that maybe she's not doing that. Again, this is a side of Judith I really like. Her winning the award doesn't take away from the caliber of your own acting. I mean, Van's right. Completely right. But still, I can imagine how she'd be like, I still need to see if I can get better. And that's commendable. Golden Blood and Wolves Requiem are both huge, incredibly entertaining films. Most reviews had them neck and neck when it came to the quality of their acting and the sheer level of polish. I appreciate the pep talk, but I don't want to give myself excuses for what happened. Again, I like this. At the end of the day, I lost out. Those are the facts, plain and simple. If I don't always knock audiences and judges off their feet with my acting, then I'm not doing the absolute best I can. Spoken like a true actress who earned her spot as queen of the industry. When I first got to see the real her, I thought I regret ever being a fan, but maybe I don't have anything to worry about after all. Yeah, this side of her is great. You got something else you want to say to me, Anyway, not to get off topic, but how did you see through my disguise in the theater? You're just wearing glasses. I know it wasn't the most elaborate thing in the world, but I was pretty confident I wouldn't get caught. Probably only noticed because I heard a couple of guys talking about you right before I saw you. If I hadn't, I'd given you the time of day. Really? What were they discussing? Nothing big, just how things went for you at the film festival. From the way they were talking, those awards, or lack of, I guess, don't seem to have done anything to diminish your fan base. I know I still count myself as part of it. Oh, good to know. Well, don't you worry. Next time a film festival comes rolling around, I'll be standing at the top of the winner's podium where I belong. Until then, I'm going back to basics and learning my acting so it's that much better. You'll see. Good luck with that. I'll be watching. Afterwards, Van escorted Judith to the subway on her way back home. From there, he resumed his patrol around town.
Maybe you're not so bad after all.
I really like that one. That was really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that side of Judith we got to see there. It's like, yeah, it's. I mean, I liked her as a character, but it's that sort of like how I am with Phantom Thief B, where I point out it's like within the game series itself, within the story, it's like, oh god, here he is again. But outside of the like context of this, it's like, oh, here comes Phantom Thief B. Is great, it's awesome. It was that kind of thing. Like within the story itself, my opinions of Judith were like, oh god, you're gonna be one of those type of people, are you? Very much like me. But now I've got deeper insights into her character and how she prepares and stuff like that. It's like, no, I like her both like really well within the story and outside the story as well. It's just, yeah, really, really good character. It's just a credit to Falcom's writing once again. They just write really incredible characters. Just, yeah, very, very impressed with Judith there. I like that attitude. It's just nice to see how much effort she puts in and how she wants. It's not necessarily from an ego standpoint. It was that aspect of pointing out how she wants the crowd, the audience, to be happy with the result as well. It's like, I like that. I like that aspect of you. That's really, really nice. Really, really nice. Anyway, we're going to end this part here, and in the next part, I guess we'll just head on and call it a day. I'm assuming we're going to have some kind of story event, and then it'll be the nighttime rounds again, though. That's what I imagine. And then we'll finally head off to wherever we're going. Yes. So, we'll see you in the next part. Have a good one. Ta-da for now.